Welcome back, Arbor League, and today we are using another core breaker that works really well in Summer Cup, Unova Stunfisk. Its unique typing of ground electric allows it to cover all fire and water types that make up a good part of the meta. So like and subscribe and turn notifications on if you enjoy this kind of content, and let's take a look at the team. We are running more of a balanced team today with Ufisk in the lead, mainly weak to grass, then Vigoroth with a safe swap, and once again magcargo to clean up the rest. Now despite this team's glaring weakness to Mudboys on the lead and its rating of DBCB, I've managed to go 8-2 with this team so far and climbed up into the 2100s. So I will show you how to deal with this momentarily. His Stunfisk's dual typing of ground and electric allows it to take care of fire, poison, and rock types on its ground type, and water and flying types on its electric type. So even some water types with that subtyping like Toxapex, Lantern, Pelipper, Mantine, Feraligatr, and Poliwrath, it can do actually okay against. And alongside its spammy moveset, it can severely outpace most other movesets and start causing lots of damage or grabbing shields quick. As for weaknesses, we keep it away from the grass types, other mud boys, and water types with heavier hitting water type fast and or charge moves. Because its bulk is okay, it's not as high as its Galarian steel type counterpart, but it can take a hit or two. So if we do have mud boys on the lead, we can play it one of two ways. Vigoroth is our only other answer for them, so for the first one we have to stay in for a bit to get some damage off, then we can swap into Vig and either snipe or catch the second charge move and start getting ahead on energy. Because we can take some low damage super effective moves like Aqua Tail, Brine, Mud Bomb, or Seed Bomb, but not heavier ones like Hydro Cannon, Scald, or Earthquake, or Scorching Sands. So we can take one, shield one, then swap into Vig to get ahead on energy. Because from a team reading perspective, if there is a Mudboy on the lead, they are super weak to grass and flying, which is usually covered by a fire, flyer, other grass, poison, or ice, which magcargo will destroy the backlines of. So that's one advantage of having an ABA style or a balanced team, is that you let one A go down and you let your other AB core break everything else left in theory. So this is the second way that you can play that, is that let Ufisk go down entirely and come in with Vigoroth to farm down with still keeping switch, and if there are any other fire, flying, grass, or bugs left, magcargo will sweep. So this Toxapex is coming back in to throw the brine and get rid of us here, because magcargo does take 4 times super effective to brine, but we've got the Ufisk to absolutely farm down. Even still, we had 2 mud bombs ready to go. So as you can see there, Ufisk, it will be dealing with a Poliwrath this time, so we still have that electric type. We take neutral to counters, but we've got that discharge ready to go. And you can see here, we outpace the discharge to that Icy Wind. But Poliwrath is probably building up to that Scald. That discharge actually did a lot of damage for Poliwrath. Poliwrath is kind of bulky, but it is a water type, so we actually call the Scald correctly. Now, we can even just Mud Bomb from here, so I go for that discharge, and I meant to click on the Mud Bomb there, but they will get an Icy Wind off on us. It's non-stab. It is super effective, but Icy Wind will not quite take us out. We will actually be able to get 2 charge moves off here, so if Poliwrath wants to hang around, they'll have to dump both of them, which they decide to let the Poliwrath go and realize it's kind of a dead Pokemon because they got a Trevenant in the back. But we've got the Vigoroth to double resist these Shadow Claws here. I know the Seed Bombs are still going to hurt, and we're down a shield here as you see the actually running Foul Play. So that's actually a good point on Trevenant in this kind of meta, because I know like Shadow Ball is stab and it hits hard, but if you're up against say a Vigoroth here or Pidgeot, I've been seeing a lot of Pidgeot lately, that Foul Play does a lot of neutral damage there. So you've got Seed Bomb for the Vigoroth, but the Seed Bomb will not affect Pidgeot either, so that's why the Foul Play is on Trevenant there. We do go down, we soft lose that match, but we can hard farm with magcargo here. Magcargo still takes Miracle to Seed Bomb and Shadow Claw here, but we get the full farm down, and in the back is just Talonflame, and 2 shields is not going to help this Talonflame as we are double resisting the Mirror Fire types, throwing these Rock Tombs, getting the shield, and lowering the Talonflame's attack more and more as is the last Pokemon. They also have to shield this Discharge that is not debuffed yet, and even if they get the farm down, we have a shield on Magcargo, so they take 1 Incinerate, and I just, this is GG's from the get-go, says even a Brave Bird from this range or boosted Brave Bird is still not going to take care of Magcargo here, because I'm still going to let this go, and hopefully they fly for the science. They do, but Magcargo can absolutely take that, and this Rock Tomb is 4 times effective up against this Talonflame here. It will be taking it out, and Magcargo sweeps. Hopping into the next match, we are going to be met with a Girafarig on the lead. So Girafarig is kind of an interesting pick. It does run Confusion, which is good for that poison type on the Toxapex. And even having that normal typing does bring the Psychic down a bit, as it will take neutral to the counters. And as you can see, Girafarig is kind of glassy, but it still gets to its charge moves relatively quick. And when they lower our defense with that Psychic Fang, the Confusions will hurt more and more. But they actually go Trailblaze and almost one-shot Ufisk from that range. I forgot that it ran Trailblaze, but we're going to get this Mud Bomb and get it out of here, or get a shield as we go down to the next Confusion. Because that Trailblaze boosted Girafarig's attack, and now these Confusions are absolutely shredding through Vigoroth here. So we absolutely have to shield. But they go Psychic Fangs, and that counter KOs, and we're met with a Typhlosion. Now this is kind of okay. I mean, we still don't know what's in the back. They've won Switch, but they do have to shield these Body Slams, and that was our last one. Can we get there? Typhlosion gets to their next move, but we can safely shield this Thunder Punch. They will need 1 more Incinerate to KO us, so can we get there? I actually go for the catch for some crazy reason as the Typhlosion continues to farm. Now they could have access to Solar Beam. Will they full send? It's just going to be the multiple Thunder Punches. So we can fully farm down here, take 1 more Shadow Thunder Punch, because Blast Burn is double resisted here, even as a Shadow. So taking 1 more Thunder Punch, and there's just a Credilli in the back, but we've got a Rock Slide on the Vig to go, and this Overheat. Overheat doesn't quite one-shot the Credilli, but 1 more Incinerate will allow us to get to the Overheat, and we don't even need Vigoroth. Credilli will be sweeping once again, taking out the Credilli, and that is a good game. Hopping into our next match here, we have got Stunfisk on the lead against Abomasnow. Is really scary. We don't want to see this at all, so we safe swap into the Vigoroth, and we are met with a Charger Bug. So this isn't too bad. We are ahead on energy, so we get to outpace to the Rock Slide, and this will be doing a lot of super effective damage to that Charger Bug. The counters are resisted, and it's pretty bulky, so 1 Rock Slide will not KO. Likewise, 1 of these Discharges or X-Surges will not KO, but they've built up a lot of energy, so they have 1 more, but we get to that Body Slam and probably CMP tie. So the Charger Bug has a decision to make. Does it want to hang around? Yes, it does, as they will be going ahead and throwing their move, and I'm going to no-shield just because a couple more Volt Switches might take us out. So this is a dead Mon, and we are pretty safe coming in here with Unova Stunfisk, and at least trying to get a head on energy. We've got shield advantage. These X-Scissors will be neutral here, but we are triple resisting these Volt Switches in turn. So I'm just farming, flip-flopping away there with the Unova Stunfisk. Because seeing this X-Scissor here, we're pretty bulky, so that even doesn't do that much damage. We might be able to farm this all the way down, but they're at their next charge move. Again, we can let this go through. Those X-Scissors are tickling the Unova Stunfisk, although we have gotten into the yellow here, so I'm going to full switch here, try to go for, see what else is in the back, and it's a Diggersby. This is so bad news. I mean, if this team was in a different order, we might have been able to counter it. I mean, we still have shield advantage here, but we're going to try to lower that Diggersby attack here. There's no need to shield. Diggersby is a bulky boy. So we will have to shield the double super effective Scorching Sands. Even though we've lowered their attack, it's going to absolutely hurt. So this is the chance that we have. I know we outpace No, we don't actually. Sorry. I lied. My bad. So we're going to have another Scorching Sands here that we're going to have to shield. And my only chance for this Diggersby is that they do not shield this overheat. Because Unova Stunfisk cannot Mud Bomb this down. It is neutral and they shield. Not looking good. And they outpace because our switch clock is not up and we're not able to swap. So bye-bye Magcargo. Double debuff Scorching Sands takes us out. And I concede the match. There's one of our losses there, but we're still going to carry on and try to turn this around into our next match. And it's a Skeledirge that we beat. We're on Mud Shot and spam out that Mud Bomb pretty quickly here. We will get to their Mud Bomb before their Shadow Ball. And we throw on bad timing. We could have gotten one more Mud Shot in there because Incinerate's a 5-turn move versus us a 2-turn move. But they get to their Shadow Ball. Let that go. And I'm going to let this go here. We're pretty bulky too. They actually go for the crunch, trying to lower our defense. But that's not going to happen as we are able to get to the next Mud Bomb and make the Skeledirge make the first decision of whether they want to shield or not. Because we're going to have to in turn, so I try to catch, but they continue to farm and swap into Poliwrath. This is not too bad. I mean, we just got... it is bad, right? But I think Body Slam kind of spams out more than Icy Wind does. So we've also got shield advantage here, and I think I actually go for the shield here because that next Body Slam will be threatening enough to the Poliwrath. It won't KO, but get them into a farm down range. That's pretty uncomfortable here. So now we're 1-to-1 shield, which is okay with me. We are going to go down, but not before we get that extremely low, and we farm down. So with shield advantage, Vigoroth actually will be taking out the counter Poliwrath ahead on energy there. Although they've farmed a lot here on the Skeledirge coming back in. So I'm just going to safely come back in with Magcargo, and hopefully that Incinerate will get them close to KOing. They do full send the Shadow Balls. They were running Crunch and Shadow Ball. Our Incinerate KOs, and what is in the back? Just a Tropius that concedes the match. So Magcargo again, core breaking backlines. Perfect. So we've got a Feraligatr on lead here. Perfect example to see how Unova Stunfisk can actually do okay up against some water types here. I actually think they do outpace us and win CMP here. So the Hydro Cannon will actually hurt quite a bit. So we're going to have to shield that, and I think we can go for the double here. I'm actually going to let, I think this next one go. Discharge, actually almost KOs Feraligatr. So if you have Thundershock, you actually might be able to win that match. So I need to swap here and catch the next Hydro Cannon on Vigoroth. These Shadow Claws are double resisted and non-stab coming from the Feraligatr. So we're able to absolutely farm the rest of it down and get ahead on energy on Vig. So when the Typhlosion comes in, we will not survive that next Incinerate. So I throw on like 2.5 there. You can't throw on 2.5, but just before the next Incinerate comes through, we will be going down. And we have Magcargo for the Typhlosion. So again, as you saw, but they will just switch into the Victory Bell and get absolutely melted, burned, and eaten alive by the Magcargo and not even make a move. We've got shield advantage, and the Thunder Punch is coming from a shadow here is pretty threatening, but do we survive? Oh, not quite! Not quite, but we've got a full, healthy Ufisk that makes the opponent surrender. So back-to-back Mud Bombs would have taken care of that Typhlosion, plus the triple resisted non-stab Thunder Punch. Again, another perfect example to see how we deal with a Mudboy on the lead, because none of our team wants to see this. Vigoroth is our only answer. So I'm going to let the first one go. This opponent is running Aqua Tail. So Aqua Tail's, again, only single super effective. We are getting hitting super effective by the Mud Shots, and we lose CMP. I wanted to, build up to double anyways and shield just to get some more damage off here. 2 Mud Bombs might be kind of threatening to the Quagsire, actually. And I just wanted to play this out for science. So we get the first shield from the Quagsire for whatever reason. I guess they're going to take one and shield one as well, because this next one's not going to be very threatening. We want to throw the Mud Bomb, A, because it's cheaper, and B, because Discharge is single resisted by Quagsire's ground type. So we do try to catch the next one on Vigoroth here, and I really hope that they stay in. Because, that's unfortunate that they don't, because now they got a Toxapex. That's really okay with us, because we've got can deal with that on the Ufisk, but we're getting pretty low on health here. So just going to spam out these body spams. SHOUTCAST is extremely bulky here. I'm going to try to force him to throw and just straight go for the body slam here. Get as much chip damage off as possible. Now again, SHOUTCAST is kind of scary for the magcargo just because of Brian being 4 times super effective, but they throw threatening. They think that we almost got to that body slam, so they throw just in case and throw some of their energy. So that's really good for us. I think we can still survive a brine from this range that we are on Stunfisk, but we're gonna come back in with the magcargo here. I think we can survive a brine. Yes, we can. So brine is not a very hard-hitting move. So I think I might try to catch on the Ufisk, and we catch the brine. I also think, I'm actually going to shield this and farm down. Okay, so I think my only hope here is that I farm this all the way down and they stay in, and there's just the Quag and something else in the back. But we've got almost close to 2 moves on both of our Pokemon, so I hope we can get a shield and pull off something crazy here. I'm trying to dance around this Mudboy lead. It's very difficult, but come back in, we have a whole bunch of energy on both of our Pokemon, throw the Mud Bomb, it nearly KOs. And this will force a shield from the opponent if they want to keep this in. I think they want to KO our magcargo with the Quag, so they shield, but they don't know that we've got a move on magcargo, so they throw on here just in case we had another one, but they misjudged our energy. We were dry. Can we farm down? We cannot, and we don't get to find out what is in the back, so Mudboy is extremely difficult to take. But we've got Vigoroth on the lead, and the next one here, we resist the rock slides, and the counters are neutral and the body slams are neutral, so they would just go straight body slam on this one. But I'm going to build up a bunch of energy here. I just want, in case we CMP tied, I wanted to go for the 1 extra. So body slam does chip away, and just going to go for the back-to-back mud bombs here. I think with this Vigoroth match, I kind of want to stay on top of energy here, because that Mud Bomb is not very threatening, but the next one will be. So I'm going to try to go for a Discharge, and it costs 1 more Mud Shot, so that's why kind of Mud Bomb is sort of the bait. Discharge actually hits a little bit harder than Mud Bomb, and we try to snipe, but they just go for the Body Slam. So I think we snuck that counter in, or the next one might KO if they don't swap. So we only get to get hit by 1 body slam, which is pretty good. We don't need to burn a shield here. And we're ahead on energy on our Vig, and their Vig is down. So we're still looking pretty good, I think. Ouch! Ouchie, ouchie, wowies. So yeah, Shadow Typhlosion, seen a lot of them around. That Shadow Incinerate is no freaking joke. So they shield our potential rock slide, because I thought I could get to 2 body slams instead there and just get some chip damage off here, but we're still looking pretty good on our Ufisk and magcargo here. I'm going to come in here just in case they want to blast burn our Ufisk. So will they? No, they just go for the Thunder Punch. That was pretty risky on their end, is blind throwing, because we could have come back in with the Ufisk, and they would have non-stab, triple resisted Thunder Punched our magcargo. I think that's my plan here if they throw 1 more. So they're at their next Thunder Punch here. I might actually try to catch this next one so that we don't have to shield. We still haven't seen their third, and they shield, and they throw. So this is really risky. I'm going to no shield, banking on the Thunder Punch, and yes, non-stab, triple resistant Thunder Punch actually gave back health to Ufisk there. So that was just a visual glitch. Like, we are not in the red right now. Our health actually went back up to green. The Thunder Punch actually gave us back our health, and we're able to get Mud Bomb number 2 on this Executor here. Because those Bullet Seeds, we're actually ahead on health. And it's, again, a visual glitch. We're going to win this one. We'll see, because we need to survive a couple Bullet Seeds on magcargo, but we've got 2 shields. So this is absolutely over. And these Shadow Alone Executor, extremely glassy. These but the Incinerates, the fire typing on the half dragon, half grass does end up being neutral. So there is just their other Incinerate user left. I think it was just that Skeleturge, right? Oh, it's just the Typhlosion, yeah. So we take that out, and magcargo again sweeps. So again, another grass fire backline that magcargo absolutely takes care of. And hopping into our last match here, I think we've got Lantern on the lead. Another perfect example of how to deal with some water types. It's got that sub-typing of electric that's taken super effective from these mud bombs, so they will switch into their Vigoroth. I know this is a sin, but because I got that mud bomb off, I'm going to swap into my Vigoroth. And I know some people like Zionic say that is the the sin, the one sin that you do not do, swap into a mirror behind on energy, but we are ahead on health. So I think this double shield might cost me here, but I am able to win switch because we are ahead on health, and I just farm it all the way down, and now I'm ahead on energy. So gonna get these body slams off on this Lantern here. I think I might be getting one of these shields back. That's why I went for the double. I may have survived that last body slam. Not too sure, but I didn't want to get countered down, or I wanted to get both of these body slams off, so we did. And they throw, so perfect. We can take a surf on Unova Stunfisk here because we are still full health. So I know they still have 2 shields, but we can probably take even 2 because we are triple resisting the sparks that Lantern is charging with. So they decide to swap, and it is a Tropius versus a Magcargo. So I think we're still looking okay here because these Leaf Blades will be neutral. And I might try to get one of their shields here and lower their attack with Leaf Blade. Leaf Blade actually does an unimpressive amount of damage to me. So we are probably going to get a shield here with this Rock Tomb. I'm going to no charge it because I want to farm this all the way down and at least get a move off on Lantern as well. They shield anyways, and their next Leaf Blade will be doing half as much damage as last time. So we are still in the yellow. I think we are still okay. Resisting these air slashes, we wouldn't probably be as okay with these normal Razor Leafs, but can we farm down? Yes, we can, and we're able to get a move off on Lantern here, and we're close to 2 overheats. You can't store back to back. Can Lantern survive the resisted overheat? He cannot, and Magcargo is the water type counter confirmed. Getting those back-to-back 4-1s was so much fun. With all the Pidgeot I've been seeing around, I gave Unova Stunfisk a try, and core broke more typings that you would otherwise think was a bad match. I hope I gave you guys some ideas on using Unova Stunfisk in our last few days of Summer Cup. If you're enjoying the content, leave a comment and tell me what you think. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on. It really helps me out, keeps me in the algorithm, and lets you know when I post, because there will be much more Pokemon Go content to come. But that's all I've got for today, guys. Thank you again, everyone, so much for watching. ArborAndy, keep your sticks on the ice, and I'll see you buds in the next one.